Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, we have, of course, John Thoesen and the Chavez County 4-H Shooting Sports Pistol Team, the national champion pistol team. Good morning, fellas. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Nice. All right, John, you want to take a minute and introduce the students we got in studio with us this morning?
All right, see if I can do that. Last time I was here, I called one his dad him. But
Wow.
we got
Close
Reese
enough.
Milton over here on the end.
Maurice?
Morning.
Wyatt.
Right. Good morning.
Morning.
Cooper.
Morning.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel's a talker. He's got a lot to tell us.
This is Sleepy Jaden.
Sleepy Jaden. All right.
Jaden.
Jaden. Oh, Braden? Raiden. Sleepy. We'll just call you Sleepy.
R-A-Y-N. But we just call him Sleepy.
Morning, Raiden. How you doing today? Well, congratulations first off, guys. That's a pretty big deal because I know we talked. I think when you won state last time, right?
Right. And
Yeah.
before we went to nationals.
Right before you went to nationals. So let me guess. When we were talking last time state, were you guys thinking we got this national thing too, or was it like, well, this is pretty like when you got state, were you thinking that was, hey, we've won, we got state, this is great. Did you ever at that point were you thinking, you know what, we could just go win the whole nationals here while we're at it too? Was that in the brain, or was it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It was kind of like, we won this. This was pretty easy. Let's go win it.
You might as well,
so,
right? Yeah, that's what I figured. So I'm curious, though, the competition. Was it tougher at nationals than state? Was it equally tougher? Or, because I'm wondering, now we're talking different parts of the country. Imagine the boys from Texas probably know what they're doing. But, you might get to other states and you're like, oh, yeah, we got these guys. Come on. Was it pretty stiff competition from, and what particular states were kind of your toughest teams to compete against?
Kansas was the toughest.
It was
Kansas.
a tough competition. Kansas was one of our toughest, and then we had Wyoming next to that.
Okay.
We went down the line.
Now, is it all 50 states that are represented, or do some states not participate?
All 50 states are invited, but only 39 showed up.
Okay, I got you.
Basically,
Cool.
if they had a team, then they can go and compete.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
That would, I guess, if you don't have a team, it's really hard to compete there. So, but does like Hawaii or Alaska, did they have a team? Or
No, sir.
Okay, I was just
No.
curious. I was wondering.
That'll be really
And
cool.
this may be the
That'd be
last
fun.
year of California. They only had one person, but they might not have anybody next year.
That's surprising.
Their legislature just passed a bill where basically youth shooting in California is now outlawed.
Jeez. Well, that's another issue for another day here. But yeah,
Yeah.
because you think one of the largest states in the union, they should have no problem fitting some teams together. But that's awesome that you guys. So for folks that aren't familiar, what are the different events you compete in pistol? What is it? Is it all distance? Is it all is stationary stuff moving? How is the competition
Once you
set
talk
up?
about slow fire and you talk about silhouette.
Okay, yeah, kind of tell us what the actual competitions that you guys compete in.
So the first one we have is slow fire
Okay,
with a Smith & Wesson 41 and a red dot.
okay,
That one you have a 25-yard target and 10 rounds in 10 minutes. And you do that 4 times in a row.
okay. And you got 10 minutes to
10
get
minutes
off,
for 10 rounds.
which is a long time.
It's hard to take 10 minutes to shoot.
Now, do you want to take the whole 10 minutes, or do you want to?
It's
You want
check
to
that.
for the precision of it, but for us, it's hard to take 10 minutes.
I'm just wondering because you're holding it, and I'm thinking the less time you're doing this, the more accurate your aim's going to be. So that's why I'm thinking it's probably the longer's harder.
Yeah, you have to go and get your stance and everything else, and you shoot one-handed.
Okay.
So you come up, you shoot one shot, and then you come down and rest.
Okay.
For just a second, whenever you're ready, and then you come back up. and
Okay.
fire
So
another
you
one
do
off.
get so you're using that 10 minutes. A lot of it's resting,
Yes.
or thinking about preparing. You're not actually upholding the gun and aiming, and
Correct.
yeah, because that's a workout.
It's a workout just to hold it up one-handed.
Yeah, exactly here. So that's the slow fire
Yes.
competition. Now the other one is it
Silhouette.
Silhouette,
So
okay.
This one, so there's little, or well, not, I don't know. They're little from a distance, but they're about. It just depends on the size. We got 4
Anywhere
different
from 2
sets of animals. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all steel targets. And the chicken, chicken, pig, turkey, and ram.
Okay.
Yeah, chicken, pig, turkey, and ram. And you shoot 5 shots at each of those, and you're using a Thompson contender with a scope on.
Okay.
And we shoot, but we have to shoot them in order from left to right. So if you shoot one out of order, so say you were on 2, but you accidentally shot 3, that wouldn't count. And
Got
then
you.
would
Okay.
just keep going.
So
and-
they're trying to get you not only do precision but attention to detail and doing and some of the
Yes.
all right, can this not only shoot steady but shoot cool and shoot correctly and shoot exactly what they're supposed to be shooting and things like that. And then obviously they choose animals that are game animals that vary in size. So like a turkey's going to be a little smaller than a pig, but
Yeah.
or a duck certainly is going to be smaller than a pig. I've seen some pretty big turkeys, but
Yeah.
but that's really cool. So and you do that with pistol? Wow. See, because you don't really, at least I don't think you don't take a pistol out to the woods, shoot impressive, because it's a lot harder. That's why rifles were invented.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So to do it with a pistol is pretty impressive. So now I got to ask, I mean, you guys love shooting. I'm sure you guys love shooting more than just pistols. What's your favorite? Is it pistol? Or do you guys love shotguns or rifles?
Favorite. Oh.
Like if you had your drug that said, this is what I'm doing today, would it be the pistol, rifle, shotgun? What would be your black powder? What would you be into?
I would be shotgun.
I
Shotgun
really
for you?
don't have a favorite.
You don't have a favorite? You
Yeah.
love them all? All come to the party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as
All right.
I'm shooting, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's
Shooting
pretty much-
something,
like the
I'm
church
good with it.
Yeah, as long as I'm shooting.
What's your favorite?
What about you, Sleevey? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's just stuck.
I mean, I enjoy all of them
Yeah.
pretty equally, but I enjoy shotgun just a little
Shotgun.
bit more. I love shotgun.
Well, it's a whole different, and for folks that aren't familiar with the firearms, shotgun is a completely different learned skill set than rifle and pistol. Everything they teach you in rifle and pistol, you do just about the opposite in shotgun. Like they tell you to squeeze the trigger in rifle and pistol, they just yank the trigger on a shotgun. They tell you to aim with a rifle or a pistol, it's pointing with a shotgun, and you just
These guys all shoot shotgun too on the 4.8 shotgun.
do they?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, and that's just fun because it's more satisfying target bust. Let's just face it. I mean, you put a hole in a piece of paper, that's cool, but it ain't as cool as watching the clay pigeon getting dusted
Right.
up in the air. You know what I mean? That's it's cool. So when for you guys, when did you start in shooting sports? Was it through this, or were you guys like even younger with your families out hunting and doing stuff with firearms? What was your experience prior to being a part of the 4-H team?
For me, I grew up with a hunting family, so
Okay.
I've been around
Yeah.
my whole
It's in your
life.
blood.
Growing
Okay.
up shooting.
Is that pretty much all you? It looks like everybody's
Yeah,
nodding their head.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we kind of grew up and doing this kind of stuff. I would imagine, John, that's good and bad for you as an instructor, because they got experience, they know things, but I know this. People, it's like golfers. You kind of got to untrain the bad habit
Right.
sometimes, whereas if you have someone who's just new and first time ever picking up a firearm, you got them fresh. You teach them all the habits. You teach them all the proper techniques.
Right.
Where you guys grew up, I'm sure you guys were all pretty good shots before this, but what John was teaching versus what maybe your parents learned might not be quite the same.
I was pretty lucky with these. They all pretty much knew the basics.
Yeah.
We worked on our stances, this and that, and they all listened and paid attention. And,
Sure.
And we're really good. And
Yeah.
They're a good team. They get along, work well together. So, like I say, we shoot pistol and I coach shotgun too. So we've had a lot of fun. They're laughing here. There's some stories I'm not going to let them tell. I think they're wanting to. But.
Well, because I mean, this is the part I do want to hear a little bit about. But you guys, because where was Nationals at?
Grand Island, Nebraska.
Okay, so you guys have used to traveling out of state. That's probably your biggest trip together to Nationals here. What are you guys doing on the trip when you're not shooting? What do you get to do? Some sightseeing and some
That's
fun.
what he doesn't want us to tell.
Careful, guys.
Keep the family friendly stuff, but did y'all have anything that might get you in trouble later? But
They
We don't
ate
talk
real
about
well.
Good
That's
deal.
for sure.
Yeah, we
I
ate
imagine.
really well.
Except for that
I
hibachi
would
place.
imagine.
That hibachi place destroyed our gut.
I would say 5 teenage boys. You probably shut down restaurants before you all left, didn't you?
We went to
No,
a
not
Japanese hibachi restaurant one night, and they ate and ate and ate. And so did I. When we got in the car, we couldn't hit a little teeny bump without the whole car.
We
my
felt
God.
sicker than dogs. It was bad.
I feel your pain.
Rough trip on that one.
I feel your pain. I'll share a quick story with you guys that's similar to that for me. When I was about your age, I was involved in Boy Scouts and everything else, and I grew up in Maryland, D.C. area, and matter of fact, I used to at one point I used to run a rifle range and teach shooting sports to the scouts there. But anyway, different story. When I was about your age, I got a chance to go out to Philmont Scout Ranch, which is a big deal. You guys familiar with that up in Cimarron, New Mexico? It's a national scout ranch. It's huge for the country. It's right here in New Mexico. But we took the bus trip out from Maryland to here, and our bus broke down in Kansas. It was a whole thing. But when you're up there, you spend like 10 days backpacking, eating dehydrated food, and you hike about 100 miles, and you go up there. It's fun. But afterwards, we've been eating dehydrated food. We hadn't taken a shower in like 10 days. We were living in the mountains for 10 days. And so afterwards, we got back to base camp. We had our night there. But on the bus trip out, the first night, we stopped at this smorgasbord in, I think it was Nebraska somewhere. I'm not sure. It was somewhere, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. And we ate so much food. I mean, you guys worrying about bumps. I didn't make it out the restaurant. I was barfing in the restaurant before we left. And I puked and rallied because I hadn't had dessert yet. So I actually got sick, and then I hit the dessert bar. So I know exactly how you guys are.
Yeah.
They were full. They had some new experiences too. It's kind of unusual for me to understand this because I lived all over the country, but none of these guys had seen fireflies before.
Oh, yeah.
So, I thought you said you had. Well, anyway, we went.
That's kind of an interesting
haven't
thing,
seen
first time, huh?
So we caught fireflies and brought.
Like, did you
fireflies
recognize what they
back.
were the first time you saw them, or did you like, what the heck is? I mean, you'd seen them, but for those that had never seen them before, did you?
Someone here.
Just you saw them in movies, like, all right, that's
Yeah.
what that
Yeah.
is. But
That was my mom. My mom thought it was like firework embers or something.
yeah, no,
They're launching
they're
fireworks.
bugs that their butts light up. That's the ones.
Yeah.
That's where the term "butt light" came from.
That's right. Yeah, we used to catch them in jars and stuff when we were kids. Back east, we'd have them all too. So did you do like any sightseeing places? Did you get to go any or just eat and shoot?
It's
feel like-
busy schedule.
We
It
went
was
to a
busy
water
schedule.
park
We went
one
to a
day.
water park.
Oh, nice. You did get a little downtime.
Yeah, we got a little bit of downtime.
Nice.
We ended up at Cabela's,
Yeah, Cabela's and where was it? Kearney?
Sportsman's Warehouse.
Kearney,
Oh, man.
and then Sportsman's Warehouse. A couple
Did you have any
times.
money left after that place?
Not really.
No.
I was like, yep, that's spent all of our money on that trip. But how about meeting some of did you get a chance to get to interact and mingle with some of the other competitors and talk with them and kind of get like how their shooting sports programs are? Is it very similar to what you guys do, or was it different, or?
Somewhat similar, but I do have a story.
Okay.
We were there. It was the first day we were competing with the slow fire.
Okay.
And he was up there on the line. He was getting ready, arm up, ready to shoot, looking at the target. And then he sneezes, pulls the gun over, and crossfires on the person right next to me.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
It was
It was
that
a
was
girl from
hilarious.
Wyoming, and we
It
were
was-
making fun of him for
It
the
was
rest of the
pretty
trip.
funny day. we made fun of me the rest of the week. For
So what was
that.
it? Was it dust? What caused the sneeze?
I was already getting sick from weeds here. And
Oh, so the allergies were bugging you,
Allergies
so,
were messed up the whole trip.
And I imagine that's really difficult to shoot with allergies and things like that because it's all about sight picture and breath control. And when you have, a clogged up nose or itchy eyes, that's very difficult to do those kind of
It
things.
is. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, and by the way, having the strength to keep the arm steady to get that shot off too. So,
Yes, sir.
golly, that's what. So I'm curious. Now, when you compete in pistol, is it everyone shoots the same caliber, same style pistol? You don't get a choice of calibers or anything like that, or shoot a preference or anything.
No, there's multiple different styles of pistols out
Okay.
there, of semi-automatics that we shoot, but we all have to shoot 22 pistols.
Gotcha. So it's all got to be 22.
All
But
22
if
small
you
bore.
prefer a different style that's a little more comfortable for you,
Yes, sir.
that's okay. But as long as but the sights probably have to be exactly the same, I'm guessing, or can that even be?
That can vary
That
some.
can vary,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So they do
depending
give
on
you a little bit of personal choice or that kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know if it had to be standard, like, nope, you got to use a 22 Marlin with this scope and this thing on this thing or something like that.
No,
But
sir.
But it was a great opportunity. While we're talking about it, if there's other folks listening that want to get their kids in 4-H, we'll start our new year in October.
Okay.
And just contact Andrea or any of us or whatever.
Okay. Well, if you're out at the Chavez County Fair this week, hit up some of the 4-H folks. They'll get you in touch with John. Yeah. If you're out, like say, going out to the livestock auction tomorrow night or something like that,
That's tonight.
Or tonight. I'm sorry.
We'll be out there tonight doing that.
Eddy County's tomorrow night. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 4-H. So get out there and by the way, if you ever been out to one of the junior livestock, go check it out. Go out there tonight. You'll be blown away by the numbers that come through on that thing. It's kind of exciting to watch, and you start seeing the numbers rack up on some of these animals and things. It's pretty cool. Do y'all ever do that stuff? Show animals and?
You should.
Yeah, I kind of figured y'all did a little bit of that time or two.
Yes, sir. I did 2 goats this year, and we have 1 in the sale. So
okay,
we'll be out there tonight.
So you'll be out there. So you want everybody to come out and bid. So is this going to be college money for you?
Are
you a senior or junior?
I'm a senior this year.
Senior this year. So
it'll go towards my animals next year.
Okay.
To finish out my last year.
Good deal. How many y'all going in to be seniors? What grade you guys in? I should have.
I want to be a sophomore.
Sophomore. Okay.
Going in to be a senior.
Senior.
Freshman.
Freshman as well. So you're the next leadership. So when these guys step off here in a year, then you 3 are going to have to step up and be the guys in charge here too.
I've already kicked these 2 off.
He's like, I'm already in charge.
Wow, thanks, Wyatt. Thank you.
Is there a limit on how many can be a part of the team?
You got 4 members on the team.
4 members on the team, and then an alternate or gotcha. But like I said, the program itself has way more than 4 members that are part of it. So if you want to come in and get the introduction, and this is the thing. Your skill level is not relevant. If you've never picked up a firearm before, no problem. John will get you the safety and the training and everything else. Matter of fact, you'll talk safety long before you even touch a firearm. So that's rule number 1 here. Yeah. But definitely check out and like I said, come out to the fair this weekend and see if you can track down some 4-H folks and do all that. Oh, he's showing his camera. Justin cameras on me. So what's plans for you guys? Like I said, you're getting ready to go back for the school year here, but for you seniors, what are you going to do after high school here? Do you have? I know you got a little bit of time, but have you kind of narrowed down your choices?
A little bit, yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm finishing some school stuff, and then I'm going to be doing some other wildland firefighting classes to look into that some more.
So, do you ultimately want to be like one of the firefighters out fighting the wildfires and what have you?
He already is.
Possibly,
okay.
Yes,
But do it as your career for.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Okay.
I'm looking into that.
Is that a family thing? Do you have family does it too, or is that just?
So my dad and grandfather were Roswell firefighters.
Okay.
They worked for the Roswell Fire.
So it's a bit in the blood.
It's a little bit in the blood.
Nice.
I like more of the wildland side of it, so
Gotcha.
that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. Well, I know. Matter of fact, a friend of mine, her son is one of those guys, and he loves it. He's, of course, his hobbies when he's not doing that, he likes to go out and the old hand paintings on the hieroglyphic type stuff.
Yes, sir.
He goes out to those caves out there where the Native Americans had their hunting grounds and all that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go and photograph and explore those caves and everything. So that kind of lines up with his day job when he's not, putting out fires. He's walking around out there anyway. So pretty cool. But for you have thought about what you want to do after high school now?
Most likely go to college and probably do something like a major in dealing with like computer and tech and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's probably going to be the most logical thing for me because I really love stuff like technology and
Okay.
that's kind of up my alley,
Okay.
So
do you do some of the computer stuff with 4-H too, along with the shooting sports?
no, not really. It's just strictly shooting sports for
Okay.
me. But on the side, kind of as a hobby, I'll mess around with computers and
Okay.
stuff like that just for fun.
What's
basically.
like your end game? Do you want to be like a computer programmer, or do you want to,
Programmer, maybe cybersecurity, something like that.
Okay. So usually you want to design games or design some kind of software that makes everybody's life easier. So
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
you never know. Think of that app one day. Maybe it'll be tying together. Maybe your technology will tie into shooting sports stuff. Who knows? You never know. Maybe some kind of is there any apps that like give people like good hunting grounds and all that kind of stuff? Is there any apps out there that are like that? where he gives Skinny on Where's a Good Place to Hunt and things like that. I wonder maybe maybe you design that app and now everybody will have their. It's like the Yelp for hunting.
Yeah.
Yelp.
I'm trying to encourage him to look into forensic computer. 'Cause
Okay.
the way he analyzes things and everything else, I think he'd be great at that. And there's some real opportunities there.
Do you like CSI and those types of shows, or those kind of those crime dramas where they got to break down and solve everything and do all that?
A little bit. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but they're interesting. I will say that.
Well, they a lot of computer stuff. So, how about for you for the younger guys? I know we're sophomores and freshmen, but have you thought about life after being kids, being adults,
No.
and once you're on your own here, have you thought a little bit about what you want to do?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really decided.
Well, you
yet,
got time, but
yeah,
I mean,
got time.
like dream job. Like I don't care if it's astronaut. Like if you said you whatever you want in the world, you got to pick it right now. What would you say at this moment? I don't care how goofy or crazy it is. It's just what's your dream?
Have a
Man, I've never
hunting-
seen you quiet.
Yeah.
Wyatt. What's going on here?
Did I stump him? All right.
To have a hunting
This is a
ranch.
first.
To
here.
have,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably to have like a hunting show.
Okay, to be like like on
Ted
TV.
Nugent.
Yeah,
Like on-
okay.
yeah, like meat
All right,
eater.
that'd be cool. Yeah, all right. What about for you? A dream? I don't care how goofy, crazy, off the wall it is. What would you want? What would you say today?
Well, right now I'm in high school. I'm taking down the welding path of.
Okay, so maybe being a welder and doing all that.
Yeah.
Can you hold your breath? See if you can get a job as an underwater welder. They make like
Don't blow up.
Yeah.
I'm not going that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
I want to change mine. I forgot.
okay.
Actually, probably like country music star. Is
Okay.
probably the bigger one.
I think you knock both of them out.
Yeah,
Just
I
like do
take both
one
of them,
segment
you
you're
know.
talking fishing, next you do a song, and then segue
Yeah.
to a hunting segment.
Well, if you get him off the rock and roll, he can be your guitar player then.
There you go.
Here's
You
our
could be
guitar
the next
player.
Ted
So
Nugent.
is that your dream band, like rock band?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're a rock fan. What's your favorite rock band?
Metallica.
Complete
Uh-oh.
agreement with you, brother.
Oh boy.
I only listen to one band. You're just right here. It's like, do you like music? Like, nah, I like Metallica. that's
Yeah.
me.
Well, it's a
That's
good
me.
thing he's not traveling with us. We'd have to deal with people.
Yeah.
We'd be both be fighting over what's the better album. And all right, now I just did it. Your favorite Metallica album?
Master of Puppets, or I don't know, Red Lightning's good as well.
Yeah. Those are two fine choices.
The-
You know what? If I had to pick album, I'd probably have to go Justice, because one is probably my most favorite song. Puppets is darn fine too. But do you like the newer stuff?
Not as much.
Yeah,
It's not my best.
I've grown to appreciate the latest album. And the rest of the guys are like, "What are you talking about?" We're talking. Me and Ray are talking.
I never would have pictured you as a
I'm
Metallica fan.
I found them in 1986. I heard Master of Puppets, loved it, and then I saw the video for one in '88 on it. That was their first MTV video. See, I'm a fan, and I fell in love with them ever since, and I love Metallica. They're like if I told people if Beethoven and Bach and all those guys were alive today, they'd be listening to Metallica, because they're the closest thing to modern classical music.
We'll
we have.
take your word for it, won't we, guys?
Yes, sir.
It is. Am I wrong?
And it's not that I despise country or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I can listen to it.
Sure.
But it's just not my
It's not your thing. I get
We
you.
put you to sleep on the drive.
Like I said, I can listen to it. It's just
Yeah.
not something I
Asleep.
would personally-
We put him at sleep.
Exactly.
He does a lot of his best things asleep. So.
No, it's very. It's just when you start getting down and breaking, and especially some of the he's talking about Lightning and Puppets and those albums. They've got a couple 12-minute instrumentals that it's right there with those classical music pieces and things like that. It's their music's pretty complex. It's like I remember one time when I was in the Air Force. This was in the '90s, and there was a local bar band that was pretty good. They had a CD and everything, which was kind of a bigger deal back then because you didn't have internet everywhere and all that stuff. So they had an album, all that, and they had their own music, but then they play some covers, and they played "For Whom the Bell Tolls." And I asked him one day, I said, "Hey, can you play one?" And he looked at me and just laughed and said, "We're not that good, dude." It just kind of told me that, no, that song's way above our skill set on doing that, which kind of surprised me. But he talked like I just asked him to, crack the code of some kind of secret society or something to play that song. But yeah, it's anything. Anyway, I got way off track. I'm going to bring it back.
I'll stick with Merle Haggard and George Jones. And
Yeah, I love all that stuff. There's some I could dig it, get down and have fun with it too. But when it's me and myself and I, then we're going to Metallica. So that's just,
well, some of them told me they like country music, so I gave them a stick with 3,200 old country
I'm about to say, which
songs on
country
it.
you like today's country or like country, real country?
Mostly older country, but there's
Mostly
a
the
couple
older
good
classic
songs.
Okay.
stuff.
There's
You
a
probably
couple
do you
good
like the
songs.
red dirt stuff, the Texas country, because that's closer to more classic country than
Yes, sir.
anything that's kind of playing on our hot new country station
Yeah,
right
like
now.
Eli Young Band and stuff.
Yeah, and all that. That's, to be honest, that's pop. What country, modern country is what pop was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Kinda. You know, that's kind of, and then bands like Metallica, they were underground and wouldn't be on.
Real country died a few years ago, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know, these things are getting hot, so I'm taking them off. But I think it gets reciprocal. Like, I think at some point that'll kind of.
We got some guys trying to bring it back,
Yeah.
but
So if the whole shooting thing doesn't work out, we got some musicians in the group at least here. So good deal. You singing?
I
Or are you playing guitar? Or are you
play guitar and I kind of sing. It's
Do
not
y'all
like
have y'all
that.
played together?
Well, not
I mean,
like
we've played with each other, but not
Okay.
together.
Okay, but you, like jammed or whatever, just got your guitars out and jammed together for a little bit. See, that's probably pretty fun, and I bet you guys probably have more in common there than you think. Because Metallica's got quite a bit of country roots in them too.
Yeah.
Get some of their like if you listen to the Garage Inc. and some of the
Load and reload.
yeah, there's some country twangs in a few of those tunes in there too. So anyway, so what's next for you guys? Now that you won nationals here, is it just start a new year and try to repeat?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
they're going to maybe work with some different pistols, air pistols, because you can't go back once you've shot nationals
Okay.
in that event. You can't do it again, unfortunately.
Oh,
they-
so that was like your one shot.
That
You
was
win
our
it,
one
and that's
shot.
it. So you said, well,
Yes,
since
sir.
you only got one time to do it, might as well go and win this thing.
So we're looking maybe they got some new coaches coming on next year, some real good ones, and we're looking at air pistol, and so they might they'll still shoot 22, some of them, but they might focus on air.
So is
pistol.
air pistol like BB gun,
No,
or is it a little more?
it's more
powerful?
sophisticated than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, the guns that are competitive in this are right around $1,500 guns to
Ooh.
be competitive.
Okay. Do they shoot like a bullet or more like a BB?
A pellet or
pellet.
a wad,
A pellet,
wad cutter. Some of them, some of
Okay.
the more accurate ones now shoot a wad cutter, but
Now is it all like CO2, or do you have to pump it up 57 times?
CO2 is pretty much a thing of the past. It's all compressed air.
Yeah, it tells you how long I shot BB
CO2
guns
is
and that
actually
kind of stuff.
illegal in a lot of the competitions.
Oh, really?
now. Yeah, there's some of the
See,
safety issues they say, and this. And
I didn't
that,
like
but-
him as a kid because I had a pistol that had a CO2 cartridge you popped in, and then I had a pump BB gun that looked like an M16, and yeah, I was a weird child. But anyway, but anyway, that CO2 was awesome like the first couple shots, but after like the third or fourth shot, that thing petered out pretty quick.
You got weak, and then if you don't
Yeah.
screw them in fast enough, you freeze your hand with it.
Yeah, they're kind of garbage. I'll take the pump action any day. That was, at least I know what I was getting.
Well, if we get them set up with the pistols we want to, they're going to have a real good experience next year too.
Nice, cool. Is it a different skill set with the aim? Because I imagine that pellet travels a little different than a bullet does, or does it get enough velocity where it's
Oh,
It's a lot less
These under
forgiving.
2,500
Okay.
pounds of pressure. a lot of
okay? Because I
times.
know like BBs, they kind of do this number when they're flying.
No, they're very accurate.
Very
and,
accurate
and
guns.
your shooting principles are still pretty much the same. Your stance, your breath control,
Sure,
everything,
sight
trigger
picture, the
control,
whole-
and everything.
yeah.
You're just putting a pellet down there instead of a 22 pistol.
Yeah. We're almost out of time. I got to ask though, what's like the hardest part for you guys to master? Like what aspect of the shooting? Was it the breath control? Was it the breathing? What was it? Was it the sight? What was it that was the hardest for you to kind of get down and grasp?
Probably the time management
Okay,
of it.
that's the big one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because the other stuff at the end of the day, you're doing it every single time. So it's kind of probably almost like second nature. It's almost ingrained. And like even when as soon as you pick up the gun, your breathing probably automatically sinks into that mode because that's just what your brain does. You know what I mean? So once you do it enough times, you're doing it without thinking about doing it, Whereas the time thing, that's because you don't do that in every competition. That's where you're like, all right, if I don't do it the right way, I'm going to jack this up. So Makes
None
sense.
said it, but sometimes it was focus. Sometimes
It was focused.
you gotta
Sure.
you gotta focus. How much of shooting is mental?
About 99%.
All right.
Yeah. It's
How
true.
many times did I tell you that?
Countless.
And
Countless times.
he's not wrong.
Yeah, if I had 10
Volunteer.
hands, I could probably count.
I could tell.
Yeah.
You know, I got to know them well enough. I could tell when they're shooting, whether they were thinking about they're shooting or thinking about something else. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'd pull them aside. Hey, did you have a bad day today? Yeah, well, put it behind
Yeah.
you.
Sometimes
and they did. They stepped up, got her done.
Sometimes it's like Bull Durham. If you ever seen that movie from the '80s, there where he was. I don't know if it's probably too old of a movie for you guys. It's a baseball movie with the dude from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a scene where the pitcher he throws a super fastball, but he can't. He's hitting the bull mascot. He's hitting everybody with the strike zone, and so they do a bunch of stuff to get him distracted. And it's like at some point he's like, "Stop thinking, just shut up and pitch." And sometimes sometimes you just gotta stop thinking and shut up and shoot. Sometimes, and that's that always reminds me when I think of that movie. Of that sometimes it's just
These guys worked hard though. After we won the state championship, we knew we had to get to work. We were shooting 2 nights a week, and sometimes more than that. Some Saturdays too. So we put in a lot of hard working hours. They earned their place in the national championship.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you.
Congratulations. And that's something they can't. You got that the rest of your life. So.
Yep, they'll never forget it. How many times I tell you guys that too? They'll never forget.
That's
this.
right. You have to be telling your kids, grandkids, and everything else. Do you get a trophy, a belt buckle? What's kind of the prize for national champion pistol
I
team?
think it was like
Ribbons?
What?
I think it was just medals.
Okay, you got medal
got-
like a
Mostly medals.
Yeah.
at
Cool.
national.
Okay.
We got
Yeah, like
buckles at
medals and
state.
ribbons and stuff.
nice.
Like that.
Okay, I didn't know if they went a little more. Since it's shooting sports, a little more something you could wear or something like
Yeah,
that.
we got a buckle
At
at
state, we got belt buckles.
Okay,
At state.
Nice.
And then nationals, it was mostly just ribbons.
so y'all could bling up pretty good between the buckle and the medals and
It's a
everything.
real
else.
nice belt buckle.
Nice. Maybe a shadow box someday where you put all these things in and keep as keepsakes and all that. So, very good. I'm going to give you guys last word. Anybody would say hi to? Anything you want to mention? Anything, John? Anything we forgot to mention that you want to definitely get word out?
No, I just like I said, I'm real proud of these guys. I think they did real good. I'm looking forward to what they can do next year and the year after. Hopefully, we'll get some more new team members. And I told them they need to recruit some gals. They're usually the best shooters, but so we're working on that.
Yeah, they got more patience than you guys do. Sorry. It's just a fact.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody?
Shoot us every time.
How about you guys? Anybody would say hi to? Friends, family?
Just hi in general.
Hi in general,
anybody.
hi,
Yeah.
people. Hi.
Hi.
I think
Okay.
Papa's out there. Hi, Papa. I'm not sure if he's listening.
Nice.
I think he is.
Good deal. So you got any kind of summer left, or is it back to work now?
Next week.
Finish
is when
this
we
week
go
and
back.
back to school.
All
And work.
right. I didn't know if you had a last little hurrah before back to school or anything like that here. So good deal.
Well, we do have one more, our last pistol shoot,
Okay.
and we are going to do some things different. We're going to shoot I'm going to expose them to some things different than we've been doing. So we're going to do some pin shooting, and we're going to do some steel challenge shooting, and we're going to kind of have a fun day in August, and that's our last shoot of the year.
Yeah,
So-
that's always fun when you get to do like things like to be honest, we did it safely, of course, but like when I ran that rifle and shotgun range and everything on the Boy Scouts, with the staff and everything there, I did like a blow up day, and things that were old and we're going to throw away anyway. It's like, yeah, blast it with a shotgun, blast it with rifles. And they were throwing up shaving cream cans and blowing them up with shotguns, and safely, of course, in a safe area. But you ever seen a shotgun blow up a shaving cream can like a barber saw? It's pretty fun.
Better than Tannerite.
Yeah. Tannerite's the
How
best.
about the watermelon with a 44 mag?
Oh yeah, we had some fun. So
Shaking up Coke.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great stuff. Pro tip: don't shoot at a rubber old canoe oar. That bounced back on us. Well, thank you guys. Congratulations, and good luck this year too.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
And
Yeah, thank you.
Who knows? Maybe you'll see you back here next summer talking about state and national championships here again and all that. Good
You will.
stuff.
You
So,
will.
You
Good,
will.
deal, good deal. Well, congratulations, guys, and congratulations on the also the 28th being named the Chavez County 4-H Shooting Pistol Day, too, by the county commission here, which I think our county manager will talk more about next hour. But yeah, congratulations on all that stuff. So good deal. Thank you, guys.
Ready. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
It is.